Innovation family, what is up? How you guys doing today? It's me, Brandon, your friend and neighbor, your host, back with another video for Innovation Property Atlanta. Just here talking about these rental cars, Turo, side hustles, and ways we all can come together, save money and make money. Today's long form video, guys, is going to be on the 2015 Cadillac Escalade that was just currently totaled as of Friday. The reason why I'm making this video because I want you guys to understand the laws of the land, or laws of the lay, however you say it, when it comes to renting out vehicles and what you got to go through. So for you guys that don't know me, I've been doing rental cars, Turo, for the last 7-8 years, give or take. Got up to about 25 cars total, and now I'm down to about 7 cars. Actually going to be 6 after this video. Because the 2015 Cadillac Escalade was in a total loss accident Friday, May 30th. Today's Monday, June 2nd. So let me kick it to you guys, tell you what happened. So I was actually out of town in Tampa with my family this weekend, and I got a text on Turo Messenger that the lady mentioned that she lost control of the Escalade. It was like a 3-day rental, lost control of the truck, and she hit a pole on the street, because the streets here in Atlanta and the city are kind of narrow, and if you're not careful to know where you're going, you can hit potholes, you can hit the curb pretty easy, you can hit a pole. In this case, she hit a pole, causing major damage, and I'm gonna have a picture of the truck while I talk through it, so you guys can see all the damage that it caused. So basically, instantly seen the picture, knew it's gonna be a total loss. So in this situation, in this case, kind of want to walk you guys through what happens, what the next steps are. Don't panic. Don't ever feel like you gotta do something right away or to get emotional. Understand that when it comes to rental cars, whether you do private, Turo, or however you do it, these are business assets and business assets only. You cannot get attached to cars or material things. So like I said, I've been doing Turo now for 7-8 years, got over 4,000 trips total on Turo. And probably out of all the cars I had, probably out about maybe 50, 60 cars I bought or had in my fleet the last 7-8 years, I would say maybe half of those, if not more, have been in total loss accidents. So what happens is, this is why it's so important for you guys to take pictures of the vehicles before the rental goes out, of all angles, front, back, side, inside, everything, so you guys can get covered when these situations do pop up, because they will happen. So again, it's not if, it's when it's going to happen. From my total loss perspective, you just hope nobody gets hurt, and it's not like a lot of cars or people involved. In this case, it was a 1-car accident. She hit a pole and she destroyed the vehicle, as you guys probably see now by the pictures I'll be showing. So what happens is, in this case, the renter will reach out to you. They may or may not be the driver of the vehicle. Depends on if the renter or reservation is legit, they're straightforward, or they're an honest person. In this case, she was honest about it. Told me she hit a pole. The vehicle was towed to a tow yard in the city, and the police report will be ready in about 4 or 5 business days. So in this case, she already reported the claim through Turo on the Turo app, and she went ahead and provided all the information. So this happened on Friday, and today the Turo rep or Turo agent reached out to me and let me know it's gonna be a total loss, and I gotta go through the steps of getting the car released so they can get it moved from the impound lot it's at right now to a Turo certified lot, which is usually like IAA is the name of the company they use for the total loss inspections and to jump through vehicles for them. So usually they want to, when it comes to total loss or major accidents, Turo wants to jump on these right away because it's going to be a lot of money involved. When you leave vehicles at the tow yard, it's going to be daily expenses, having to get vehicles moved, and its storage fees add up pretty quick. The thousands of dollars you let cars sit. So in this case, they might be out of maybe $300-400 total with storage fees. So the next steps are, Turo's going to do the investigation. They're probably going to do a report and run a report to see how much the car is worth, the value of it. And a lot of times, the good thing with Turo, though, they do pay out very well when it comes to total loss claims. They go off the market value of the vehicle and not like the trade-in value like a dealership would do, like a CarMax or a big dealership. They'll give you fair KBB value, or their dealer tools for the value of the vehicles. They use like MMR as far as the price for the vehicle they may give you at a dealership. With Turo, they go off the actual market value and what the car actually sells in the markets. They may use Auto Trader or use another tool they use to see what cars are comparable to your cars as far as condition, mileage, and just overall condition of the vehicle. So mine was in pretty good shape. I would say it's probably worth about, it had 125,000 miles on it. Only had it for about 2 years. and I bought it with like 85,000 miles on it. I would say it's probably worth maybe 22, 23. So I'll keep you guys posted on how much I get for the vehicle. And on that vehicle, I owe about 21, 22, so I might break even. And I was on the 80 plan for my insurance coverage for Turo, which means I gotta pay a $750 deductible for my deductible rate when they subtract the total amount they're gonna pay out. So let's say the payout's gonna be 23,000, I actually get 22,250 based on my deductible plan. So not bad. So when these things happen, no need to panic, no need to go crazy. Just know the rules of engagement when it comes to how this process works. Reach out to somebody who's been through it like myself or other people you can follow on YouTube or other platforms when it comes to the process and how long it takes. Usually for a total loss, it can take anywhere from 2-3 weeks, and even a month, depends on how far they're backed up to get you paid out and work on the next steps. In most cases, it usually takes me about 2 or 3 weeks to get paid out. I had a lien on the vehicle. They're going to issue the payout to the lien holder, which is in this case GM Financial. Is where I have my business account or commercial account through for my vehicles. So they'll issue that money. If I got to owe a difference, I'll just pay the difference out of my pocket and then go from there and then get another vehicle. So the takeaway is, again, do not get emotionally attached to these vehicles. I understand it's a business, and if you gotta take time to decompress and start over again and start over fresh, nothing's wrong with that. Because sometimes it's gonna be overwhelming, having to deal with car accidents, having to get cars repaired, having to go to tire shops, having to deal with mechanics. This is very time consuming. So it's not a side hustle like people say it is, or easy side hustle or passive. It is more of, can be a full-time job, part-time job, if you have a decent amount of cars, because cars always have to get service no matter what. They always are breaking down. You got to get oil changes, and Turo is strict more than ever when it comes to unlisting your vehicle. You get bad reviews when it comes to maintenance now, so they're looking to get you off the platform for every little thing. So just be careful when you buy certain vehicles. They can cost a lot of money to maintain. In this situation with the Escalade, I probably put about easily $10,000, $11,000 to the vehicle as far as maintenance over the last 2 years I had it. It had some engine issues with the lifters. You guys know anything about GM vehicles, especially the Suburbans, the Escalades, Tahoes, they have this lifter issue where it starts ticking in the engine. So you got to replace all the lifters. It's a really manual job. They got to basically take the engine apart and change out all the lifters in the engine, or which is 8 cylinders. So it's heavy and inducive as far as labor costs. So that was about $8,000 for that, and then I had to get tune-ups done, tires, brakes. I just recently had to get a starter put on the Escalade about 2 weeks ago. That was an $800 job. So I easily spent $11,000, $12,000 out of my pocket to maintain the Escalade, to keep it even to a decent standard. So it sucks because you're really gonna put in a lot more money than you get back as far as the Turo profit or revenue you get. These cars that like the Escalade rents out for maybe like 125 on a busy weekend. Usually it's between like 99 to 110, 115 range is where this car goes on a day-to-day basis. The most I ever made on an Escalade is probably like $1,500 a month. The car note on it was like $800, $700. So, and then insurance is gonna be another $100, $200. So anywhere, it's gonna be anywhere from $900 to $1,000 a month just some expenses for this vehicle. And you add in the maintenance costs, could be another couple $100. So it's, again, guys, profit margins are very slim when you finance these vehicles. So again, my suggestion, you're starting out, do cash cars. This is not meant to scare you. It's not meant to put you down or make you feel like you can't do it. Start off slow. Do not finance a lot of vehicles unless you know what you're doing, because there's not a lot of margin involved in Turo. More of your margin is going to come on the private rental side. You can keep a lot of the Turo fees. You can keep a lot of that money in your pocket, but you got to also take on a lot more risk on the private side. And people have to have their own insurance, and you got to deal with a lot of the issues that come on the back end, because you are going to be the person that has to do all the marketing. You got to have your own tow system in place, your own mechanics. Everything is going to break down or happen to the vehicle in a private rental. You got to own all that versus going through Turo and their process and resources. So guys, that's today's video. Again, not to scare you, but it's to educate you on, share content information on what it's like to go through a total loss via Turo. So you guys leave some comments in the comments section. If you have any questions or want to get on my calendar, it's up to date. I got links in the description. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Talk to you later.